Hi, welcome to Module 5, Concepts of Culture and Multicultural Education. So the last module was a lot of work, and I'm sure it was exhausting, but worthwhile. This one is going to be a lot more lighthearted, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun. So again, I'm going to refer to my other laptop so that I capture everything. So your learning objectives for this module are: by the end of the module, students will define the concepts of culture and multicultural education. Students will identify cultural influences on modes of communication, learning preferences, and worldview. And students will analyze literature, children's literature to be specific, that incorporate diverse perspectives. So you're going to actually do a multicultural children's book evaluation, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. There's an instructional PowerPoint for you, so please take the time to go through that. There's a discussion question asking what is culture, and it's not just asking your opinion, it's also asking what did you find on research. Second discussion question, the impact of literature. Think about a piece of literature that you've encountered that incorporates diverse perspectives. What impact did this literature have on your understanding of cultural diversity, on social issues, or on personal identity? How can educators effectively incorporate literature with diverse perspectives into the curriculum to promote empathy, critical thinking, and cultural competence? So, one of my daughters, love her to death, she hates reading. And anytime I ask her about a book, she's like, I've never read a book in my life. So if you're that student and you're like, I don't know, I've never read a book in my life, I don't read books on culture, just do a Google search and read some summaries, read some book reviews so that you can come up with an example of a piece of literature that incorporates diverse perspectives. Multicultural children's book evaluation. So for this one, I've given you a template to fill out. And so it asks, what is the book's title and author? And then 3 questions about cultural representation. So for example, does the book feature characters that are from diverse cultural backgrounds? Are cultural traditions, customs, and languages depicted in this story? How effectively does the book represent the cultural identities of the character? Number 2, themes of diversity and inclusion. So does the book explore themes related to diversity, identity, or inclusion? And again, that's just a yes or no question. Are there instances of characters that face discrimination or prejudice based on their cultural background? Yes or no. How does the book address issues of diversity and promote empathy and understanding? So that one is not a yes or no question. For this one, I want you to actually write out an explanation. Section 3, authenticity and accuracy. Does the book accurately portray the cultural traditions, values, and experiences of its characters? It's just a yes or no question. Are there any stereotypes or misconceptions present in the book? Yes or no. And again, you don't have to explain, you're just answering yes or no. How authentic do you find the representation of the cultural elements in the story? On this one, it's not yes or no, so you're actually going to give me a written explanation. Then there's section 4 on language and cultural context. Are there specific cultural terms or phrases or language used that represents different cultural backgrounds? What insights or perspectives did you gain from reading this book? And do you think the book effectively promotes multicultural understanding and empathy among readers? And then finally, you're going to give an overall rating on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest. How would you rate the book for its representation of multicultural literature elements? And then there's a space for additional comments. So this is a fun one. If you're not into multicultural literature, do a Google search on multicultural literature for children or multicultural literature award-winning children's books. and there's a ton, there's thousands of things that will come up, and then you can mostly find those books online. I don't want you to have to go out and pay money and actually buy a book, so find one that you can read online. I personally love Chato's Kitchen by Gary Soto. He has a series of books and they're amazing. I love Esperanza Rising. Too Many Tamales is another book that I find to be very cultural and very relevant. Um, Something like Dora the Explorer, you might think, oh, that's cultural because Dora is Mexican. Is it? So that's what the analysis is for. You're going to look and say, is there really culture represented? Is there cultural language used? Are they talking about traditions or different places? Or does it just so happen that the main character is Mexican or Mexican American? Because that in itself alone does not make it a truly effective multicultural book. So have fun with that assignment. I know I do. I love reading kids' books. And let's see, you've got how cultural differences impact achievement. So there's an article that I've listed for you, and you're going to take an online quiz. Let's see here. On the quiz, it's worth 25 points, and you only get to take it one time. So make sure when you start it that you actually finish it, because I can't reset that. And finally, you have a grade check due. So I want you to assess your progress in the class. Take a look at the grade book, see if you're missing anything, see how you're doing, see, do I want to get my grade up? Do I need to start working harder? Am I missing discussion posts? And I have to mark my calendar to not miss those. You can't submit late work, but you can plan for how to be more successful in the future. So have a wonderful week. Please reach out to your instructor if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.